Hi everyone. In today's section, we are going to review asymmetric encryption. So, the first question that strikes us is, what is encryption and why is it needed? Let us consider a scenario. Say there are two people, Rohan and Varun, and they both are communicating with each other through medium or channel. Say Rohan sends a message hello to Varun. The problem with this type of message sending is that this message is open to all. So anyone tapping the channel can read the message, can even alter the message. So say if this message is transformed into say hi, Varun won't even know that this message was changed. So one of the methods in order to prevent this and in order to maintain confidentiality, that is no one can read the message, and integrity, that no one can alter or modify the message, we make use of the public key encryption. In public key encryption, say there are two users, one is the sender, say Rohan, and one is the receiver, say Varun. So in public key encryption, or also called as asymmetric key encryption, involves both the users having two sets of keys. One is the private key of the user, say private key of Rohan, and public key of Rohan. Similarly, for Varun, Varun has his private key and Varun has his own public key. The public key of Rohan is known to only Rohan. The private key of Rohan is known only to Rohan. The private key of Varun is known only to Varun. Public key of Rohan and public key of Varun is known to everyone. So using this, we do encryption of the message. Now let me explain to you how this is done. Say Rohan sends a message, say a message. We call the message the message. So we encrypt this message using the public key of Varun, who is the receiver in this case. We encrypt the message to say XYZ using public key of Varun. So in this case, say there is a lock. If this lock has been locked using the public key of a person, say of public key of X, then this lock can only be opened using the private key of X, and vice versa. That is, if this lock has been locked using the private key, then it can only be opened using the public key. So in this case, since we have used the public key of Varun, this lock or this decryption, unopening of the lock or unlocking the lock or decryption can only be done using the private key of Varun, and it is only Varun that possesses this key. So no one can read the message except for Varun. So our objective of confidentiality is achieved. But what about integration? Not being able to modify the message, and authentication. That is it really Rohan that is sending the message? So we can go one step ahead, and we encrypted this using public key of Varun, who is the receiver in this case. We encrypted the message using this. So what we can do is encrypt this whole thing using the private key of sender, who is Rohan. So everyone can open this, everyone can decrypt this thing, but decrypting this thing, no one can read the message. So confidentiality as such as already was achieved is still achieved. What happens using this private key encryption is that it is authentic, since the private key of Rohan is possessed only by Rohan, so we know that it is Rohan who is sending the message. So authentication of the sender is achieved. So our objective of confidentiality and authentication and integrity is also achieved, since no one can open this message and change it, since the private key of Varun is known only to Varun. I hope this makes sense and you might have understood. For any doubts, please comment.